The New York Yankees take game one of their series against the Texas Rangers 5-2, and really the game wasn't even quite that close thanks to a excellent pitching performance from Will Warren. Goes 5 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts. Gets a key out with the bases loaded in the 6th inning to hand the ball off to Mark Leiter, who got the final out of the inning. That is now 3 straight excellent starts from Will Warren now, where he's gone a combined 18 innings and has allowed only 3 earned runs with 26 strikeouts compared to only 3 walks. He is really coming into his own right now. He had 13 swings and misses from the Texas Rangers in this game. Just a remarkable performance on his part, and has really provided a lot of value to the Yankees recently as they're continuing to kind of tinker with that rotation through the early part of the season. You'll see it again later today when Ryan Yarbrough takes the mound to go up against Jacob deGrom. But Will Warren, his ERA is still above 4, but it's coming down slowly. His ERA is now down to 4.05 with a 1.29 whip, but just looked really good here. His breaking ball was sensational. His two-seamer looked as good as it did all season long so far. And it does really kind of seem like he has some level of confidence, not only in the pitches he's throwing, but the mix of pitches he is throwing. And got a lot of credit to him, the pitching staff behind the scenes, and obviously to Austin Wells as well, who caught him in this game. But he had a little, some hiccups a little bit there in the 6th inning after being pretty utterly dominant through the early portion. And again, it wasn't like there were, he didn't get hit hard. He walks Wyatt Langford with 1 out. Josh Young gets a looping single. Adolis Garcia gets like a pop-up type of single, and then he strikes out Simeon before Mark Leiter comes in to strike out Jock Peterson. But so he does load the bases there in the 6th, but with a walk and 2 very, very soft hits. So nothing that was overly concerning there. Up over 100 pitches in this game, but that's the story of the game for me. It's just how well he pitched. And, if you look at the Yankees offense, Ben Rice got things started off with a home run, batted 6th today. We've typically seen him batting 1st or 2nd in the order. He was the DH today. Jason Dominguez lost outfield/DH bingo. He was on the bench with the lefty Patrick Corbin starting. But Ben Rice got started off with a solo shot in the 2nd. Gave the Yankees a 2-0 lead with a sac fly in the 4th. And Anthony Volpe bloop double to center field that kind of just fell between everybody, got trapped in the center fielder's glove. Got the Yankees up 3-0. Then in the bottom of the 8th, Aaron Judge with his American League leading 16th home run, a 2-run shot, the shortest home run of his career, a true short porch home run for Aaron Judge. They came in at 326 feet. So StatCast says it would have been out. Obviously, Yankee Stadium, it was out in Steinbrenner Field, which obviously makes sense for reasons I don't necessarily need to justify for those of you on a Yankees podcast right now. It says Oracle Park, but considering the height of the wall in Oracle Park and just the marine layer, I kind of doubt that it gets out there. Then Fenway Park, obviously around that pesky pole area, but doesn't matter. It's a home run in Yankee Stadium. It was a home run in the game that they played in, and it turned out to be, a semi-important home run. As Ian Hamilton had his struggles for the Yankees in the 9th, but we'll get to him in a second. So Warren and Leiter, we talked about. Leiter goes an inning and a third, 2 strikeouts. A solid inning from Devin Williams. He allows 1 hit, strikes out 2. And then Ian Hamilton comes in and struggles a little bit there in the 9th with a 5-0 lead. After getting the first out, he walked Jock Peterson. And then he's got 2 outs and things look okay, but he gives up a 2-run home run to Jonah Heim, gives up a triple to Sam Haggerty. And Aaron Boone says, you know what, we're just not even gonna risk this anymore. We already had Luke Weaver up before the Aaron Judge home run to push it from a 3-0 lead to a 5-0 lead. We're just going to bring him in here. and he got a shallow pop out from Josh Smith to close things out for the Yankees and to get his 6th save of the year. And it seems like that's a spot he's going to stay in. Aaron Boone talked about it earlier this afternoon, I guess yesterday as you're listening to this. I'm recording, as you know, right after the game. About Devin Williams, who, again, had another solid inning here, has been pretty solid for them in his last handful of outings. And he was just asked point blank, do they think he's going to regain the closer role anytime soon? And Boone basically said that's not really something they're talking about right now. He didn't rule it out per se, but he also didn't exactly give any indication that they're in any hurry to take Luke Weaver out of this spot. And I think you also look at it from an organizational standpoint beyond just what you're seeing on the field. And obviously Luke Weaver's been excellent so far this year. There's really no reason to demote him out of this spot. But Devin Williams is a pending UFA, and there's no guarantee he's going to be back. So there's, you know what I mean? So this is not necessarily something you're looking at. You didn't sign him to like a long-term deal where you're like, all right, he's got to figure that out because he's got to be our closer again someday. He is really just the 1 year remaining on his deal right now, and we'll see what happens afterward. But overall, though, for this game, and you're going to see it in the headline, you're going to see it in the podcast name, you're going to see it on the YouTube channel, which, by the way, if you did not know, depending on how you consume the Bombers Beat podcast, I know a lot of people right now are consuming it via YouTube, but you can find me on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on pretty much any platform that you download podcasts. And then if you're listening to us on the podcast version, check out the Bombers Beat YouTube page because all of these podcasts get uploaded to the YouTube page. And I know sometimes that it's more convenient to even listen to podcasts via the YouTube page. So check us out on any of those platforms. But no matter where you are, you're going to see Will Warren as the headline. You're going to see a picture of Will Warren on the graphic for this show. Just sensational. And I will start to eat a little bit of crow because I said on this podcast earlier in the season, I thought maybe a year too early on Warren. And not that he didn't have great stuff. We talked about how great his stuff was all season long. It was more so of feeling the control, getting multiple pitches he was confident in at the same time in the same game. And then being able to throw those pitches for strikes to get ahead in the count like he did here on Tuesday night, and then be able to expand out of the zone to force hitters to chase. And that's exactly what he was able to do to this Texas Rangers lineup on Tuesday night. So excellent performance from him. Really like seeing what he's been able to do. The evolution of him adding in the curveball to what I think is a really potentially great sweeper. And then that two-seam fastball is a weapon, and it was as good as I saw it. And then you basically put the hitter in an interesting spot there when you have that sweeper two-seam combo. The ball starts in the same spot but breaks in different directions, and you have to pick up that. I think Paul O'Neill was talking about it on the broadcast, but you just have to pick up the ball spin really quickly to determine is that ball, coming back in at you or running away from you. And we will see if he continues to stack these great starts together. Like I said, that's 3 really strong starts in a row, and is really making some batters look silly right now. So that's exciting to see. The Yankees will play another night game tomorrow, or later today, I should say, as Jacob deGrom will take on Ryan Yarbrough, 7:05 p.m. Eastern start time. That's the Amazon Prime game, as is every Wednesday game. On paper, it definitely appears to be a pitching mismatch, if I can't even say it properly, a pitching mismatch. Jacob deGrom is having a phenomenal season so far, as we talked about on the preview show. 4-1 record so far this year, 2.29 ERA, a whip under 1, and a 53-11 strikeout to walk ratio in 51 innings pitched. He is very much so kind of looking like the deGrom of old. And the Yankees are going to give Ryan Yarbrough another start here. Again, this is one of those ones where he's not fully stretched out yet. Aaron Boone talked about it on the John Boy podcast today, on Tuesday, about how Ryan Yarbrough might not be a long-term piece in the bullpen, and they're going to take it week by week on whether or not he's going to start in that spot. But he's going to get that opportunity here against the Texas lineup. They're fighting it right now. I mean, obviously they had a strong ninth inning against Ian Hamilton, but this is a team that's been really fighting it offensively all season long. Fought it in this game against Will Warren, and the Yankees will probably hope to just get 5. If they can get 5 solid innings out of Ryan Yarbrough in this game, I think they'll be very, very happy. And they've been able to, get that in those last 2 games that he's had an opportunity to kind of start for them. And the last one, he went 5 innings, 2 earned runs against the Athletics. I guess that was 10 days ago now. So it has been a minute since he's gotten to pitch. So his schedule's been a little bit off lately. But, he's gone 9 innings combined with 3 earned runs in his last 2 opportunities. That start against Tampa and the start against the Athletics. So we will see how it goes here against the Rangers. If the Yankees can continue on here and extend their winning streak to 3 games, including that going back to the Mets series. And I will be right here to cover it all series long here on the Bombers Beat Podcast.